This video represents the end of me doing any videos on the Backrooms image and its story for a specific reason that I'm bringing up as a proposal. Before the year 2019 and May 12th, there are examples of the Backrooms image and Backrooms story that exist, but I'm going to do this video on why it's futile to do so. But let's get a little bit of background. In 2018, April 21st at 27 minutes and 11 seconds past midnight GMT, I'm assuming, post number whatever under cursed images shows the image that we consider the Backrooms being posted on 4chan, the oldest version that people commonly state was original. It didn't have any stories with it, it was just a cursed image. And it had been around many years before that because back many years before that, the original source, which we now have the authorship for, posted it on their website and it was used innumerable times on many websites. It's enough to know where it came from. As for the story, well, the image was again posted, probably for the umpteenth time, 2019, May 12th, at 6:37 a.m. GMT, I'm assuming, in post number whatever, as the image that we now know being posted because at, well, 1700 hours and 7 minutes, or just a bit over 11 hours later, the story was posted under another post in the same thread. So at that point, the image and story joined. The story was, if you're not careful and you noclip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the Backrooms, etc. And I'll have a copy of it below, not verbatim, but cleaned up a little bit. I will substitute ampersand for the word and. But here's why it's futile to look for the original story. This is a story of being stuck in a labyrinth. That's an extremely old story. You can look up variations of it. Being trapped in a labyrinth that you supposedly can't leave because it's either too complicated to leave and too vast. This one indicating 600 million square miles, the surface area of the Earth apparently. And something in there that might be coming after you. This is a antiquity level story. So this is a rebuild of a rebuild of a rebuild. It has to be treated that way. The next one is, on the image, we know the original source and authorship, but when was the first time it was used for spooky purposes? Well, without context, it would only be spooky purposes or a person saying, where was this image taken? It has a slight Dutch angling to it, which annoys people like me. It has other characteristics that make it somewhat ambiguous, so you're drawn into the image. Its composition is exactly the kind that would go viral these days and is also considered an example of a particular aesthetic of how to do an image for artistic purposes because it makes you keep looking at it. Because you're like trying to analyze and understand it. It's just ambiguous enough that you're drawn in. But again, well, when was the first spooky story and how many spooky stories? Okay, now we have a problem. The early internet. It contains a lot of lost media because websites disappeared and nobody bothered making backup copies. Even though we consider this trivial to do, how many of you have made a backup copy of every bit of media? All of your photos, all the songs, all your playlists, and just made it to where you made a backup, which you're allowed to do, to your hard drive over here. You probably have a hard drive sitting over, you might be able to reach over and pick it up and shake it at me. Have you put everything on it? Do you have enough hard drive space for it? Do you deliberately, like I did in the past, find extremely compressed versions of songs so that you could put more of them on there and then find out, I have a playlist that would take my entire lifespan to play all this? That's how much content a lot of us have. If you look at your playlists and count up the number of minutes on average, you would find out that it would take you an obnoxious period of time to watch or read it. Some of you have favorites lists on YouTube that you don't even realize are thousands and thousands of hours long. It would take you a year to listen to or watch. Have you watched any of them? So this video, well, it's a stub about the Backrooms and its status before 2019 and after the creation of the image, and its status as a story so old that you might find a reference to it in antiquity in Rome. Minotaur. The problem with all of this is, now that we've gotten through the lost media meme about all of it, and I had one scare where archive.org actually erased the damn thing because they fucking did it, until people screamed at them and they're like, oh, okay, I mean, a piece of internet history destroyed made me angry, but This video is in favor of Apocrypha, where our memories are the archives, and if it isn't worth remembering, it disappears and fades. That sounds contradictory to everything I normally preach, and it is. But do we really value things more when they can't be erased, or do we not care? I don't download and save music onto my computer anymore. I have a relative that keeps everything on physical CDs. Yes, they have a lifespan to them and a limit, but it's a human lifespan. They'll last almost your entire life, if not your entire life. And if you're worried about it, buy a second one. Every one of you out there is realizing that subscription services are bad because of many reasons, but are they bad for the reasons you're thinking of? Are we truly better off doing things the way we're doing now or in the past? Does it matter? Should it all just be in museums and history books? Should we trust them? Who edits them? When we edit them, we end up with people creating fake histories. A lot of you have experienced that. You're experiencing it now, as we have an entire administration in this country, and other countries have the same problem, where the president says one thing, says the opposite of it in the same 5-minute period, and you're told to believe one or the other because the party told you to hold both ideas in opposition to each other. And you did. Does it work? Is it relevant? Do I really need to keep a backup copy of the Windows 7 ISO? Yes, I do. I actually do need that. Do I need the Windows 8? No. Do I need my 95 or Windows 3-in-1 copies? They're right over there and I'm not erasing them. I'm not getting rid of them. I can't. Because I'll run into a piece of hardware that it's the only thing that'll run on it. And I will load it. Vengefully. But being a Fahrenheit 451er, archiving and saving things, and becoming some of the books that have been banned, I have realized that there is some value in just letting shit go after a certain point. I won't be doing any more videos in the back rooms except this one as a sort of epilogue, I guess. This was interesting, it was worthwhile, and it had a lot of emotion to it, but in the end it's a short story that you can write on the back of a business card with a photo on the other side, and it'll last several hundred years, a lot longer than the internet could. The internet lost all this shit in less than a decade. Doesn't need to be chiseled in stone. We don't even have to care about it, but maybe we should switch over to printing it out. Consider sometime this year, maybe we should all arrange a day, I don't know which one, find one, where we cancel all of our subscription services, uninstall all of our apps, and protest to this world not only exploiting us and farming our data and violating our rights, but tricking us into hoarding things that aren't really important, maybe. I'm still keeping my operating system disks and all the boot disks and all the utilities I wrote a long time ago to streamline Windows 95 installs, but they're not going to be used. I still have an HP calculator around here that I can run programs on that I've hacked heavily and did micro soldering iron, but it doesn't work anymore. Not because it's broken, but because I don't run it anymore. And I'm not even sure it works. Or did I give it away last summer in a yard sale where a kid was happy to have something to play with and maybe learn from? And it's okay if they broke it or recycled it. It's okay. I guess it is. Still against the burning of the books, but it's okay if they gather dust on someone else's shelf. How about that? Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. You'll all need it. I know I will.